Hi, I'm Kylie Avery and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm David Kim and I'm also a senior.
I'm Kritik Sento and I'm also a senior.
Hi, I'm Yash Jain and I'm also a senior.
I'm Chris Nelson, I'm also a senior.
I'm Nina Tucker, I'm also a senior.
Can you all talk about being a freshman and trying to find yourself and the growth that you have accrued through the years here at South?
I guess being a freshman is, weird at first because it's a new school, new building, you're meeting a lot of new people. I guess the biggest thing is just staying true to yourself because that's how you find yourself throughout high school, through all 4 years. It takes time, but just stay true to yourself.
I'd say when I came to South, only 20% of my middle school came to the same high school as me, so I was kind of scared about making new friends, or I thought I'd be really shy, but a bunch of upperclassmen kind of helped me out and made me feel comfortable at South. So I'd say trying to be as outgoing as possible. That's what helped me out.
I would say going off that to just try to be friends with everyone in all grades and make relationships with your teachers and administrators, and that will help you be successful throughout your 4 years.
And again, going off of what he said, try to make friends, but still be true to yourself though. Don't change how you are based on how other people are, because they'll be your friend because they like you for you. Don't be someone else that you're not.
Tell me about a time that you stepped out of your comfort zone and how that has positively impacted you.
I'm in a group called BSU, it's Black Student Union, and usually I am really comfortable around people, or at least I show it, but they needed a vice president because no one wanted to run for the thing, so I stepped up and decided to be it, and I ended up making a lot of more friends doing that, and I feel like that it really did help me out a lot.
Thank you.
I would say through sports here, I did a cheerleader of the year competition and I had to compete by myself and be interviewed by a bunch of professionals, and that was really scary at first, but I think it really did show that you can be yourself to adults and everything, and when you step up and be alone, you can really truly see who's all supporting you behind you.
Thank you.
I think for me, starting a club freshman year, working with an upperclassman, it was kind of a scary thing to do because I didn't really know that many people, but it also helped me get more connected to the school and learn more about leadership, so it was really helpful.
Thank you. If you have had leadership roles in high school, talk about the impact that has had on you and your personal growth.
My freshman year, I was a captain on the football team, which it is freshman, but it is cool to have a lot of people look up to you and try to follow you in your footsteps. And coming from being a freshman, and I can say from a standpoint now, I'm not a captain on a team, but some may say I am a leader, and a lot of people do look up to you, and it helps a lot because if you're a leader on a team, the people that come from behind you, they do exactly what you do. It may not seem like it, but they do exactly what you do, because from when I was a freshman, I looked up to people, and everything that they did, I'm doing exactly what they do.
I learned that I'm a leader in a couple different things at school, and I learned that being a leader isn't just telling people what to do. I learned that being a leader is someone people look up to, someone that they can relate to.
I think athletically and academically, if you're a leader, not only are you showing others what you do, but you also kind of have to allow that to push yourself to be better because they're looking up to you and they want to follow your every move, especially if you're an upperclassman and an underclassman is looking up to you. It's kind of holding yourself accountable. And I think that's one really good thing about being a leader. It pushes you more than you think it would.
I think being the president of student council has really showed that accepting what others have to say and not just your group really shows that you can make a change in the whole school if you listen to others and not just your little group.
So what kind of things do you all do to alleviate the stresses and the pressures in the educational and social aspects of your lives?
I think the best way to alleviate stress is obviously doing an activity or extracurricular, something to keep your mind off of things, whether that be taking pictures, shooting video, playing pickleball, something like that.
Yeah, I think for me, just mapping out an hour at least a day to just do something that I enjoy that's not really helpful in any way. Like I do trapeze, or I bake, or I draw, or something like that is really helpful.
I think involving yourself, like David said, in like activities like pickleball club or different things like that, that like lighten the mood and things, or even just taking time to yourself if you need to, can help a lot with alleviating any kind of stress you have.
It's definitely the sports here that alleviate the stress for me, cheer, but I think like Yash said, involving yourself in different clubs, it's like a good way to just do something that doesn't involve schoolwork.
So I know you all answered some of this, but on a little bit of a deeper level, how important do you think it is to be involved during high school, and how do you suggest best doing that?
I guess like being new last year kind of showed this to me a lot, especially as a freshman or a sophomore. If you're new or incoming to a new school, involving yourself helps a lot, like with meeting new people. And when you're new somewhere, it can kind of like take a toll on you just because you don't really know anyone and you feel isolated. So I think putting yourself out there and being involved in things like clubs or just going to like school events like the football games and stuff and meeting new people and talking to new people helps a lot.
I think also as an underclassman, especially, that's the time to try new things. So there's something you're interested in, but you're kind of scared of trying. It's fun to just do it, see if you like it, and do as many things as possible just for fun, because you can narrow them down later, but when you're younger, it's good to just explore.
As many of you have gone through or are starting the college application process, what advice would you give to our students who will be going through this in the near future?
I would say probably do not wait until the last minute. Probably get everything, like, because especially like teacher recommendations, you don't really have to do anything for that. Or so you could just like get it in ahead of time and be comfortable, not, stress the last minute. So yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. Like, start early. I know I had a couple people tell me, like, try to have your essay done by August. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy because school hasn't even started. But now I, like, really see I did have mine done by August. And as soon as school started, like, everything started to ramp up again. So some of the stress was kind of taken off me because I did most of it during the summer.
I would definitely agree with them, start early, but then also, like, don't be afraid to use your teachers and counselors as guidance. Like, for me being the oldest, I didn't know exactly, like, what Common App was and things like that at first. So use, like, your teachers and your counselors and stuff as, like, look at them for guidance because they can definitely help you a lot. And getting started earlier takes the stress off them with their recommendations, takes the stress off you earlier because you're not waiting until the last minute.
I think, sorry, you got it.
I would definitely agree with that, but I would also say that don't ask too many people and take too much feedback, because if you have too many other voices dictating your application, you can kind of get lost and your voice won't be as solid. So I would say, like, limit it to a few mentors that you feel really understand you and take their advice instead of showing it to everybody.
Relating to what Kylie said about essays, I think, some people might have the idea that an essay you just sit down one night and just complete the entire thing. I feel like it's better if you could write the intro one day and then you can write like the body paragraph and the conclusion, like separate it. I wrote my essay over like the course of a month, and then like that kind of also helps you like help marinate, think of what you can change,
Also, related to that, I would say if, as an underclassman, when you're filling out applications for things, whether it's a club, an internship, those kind of things, save those essays and save those writings, because what was really helpful is I just like reused a lot of those applications for my college ones.
One last thing I would say is a lot of colleges have like supplemental essays, so like don't look past those because those can really catch up with you if you're applying to schools that have supplementals and you only have your Common App essay written. Don't look past them.
Like every application I've submitted so far, I started the week before it's due, and that did help a lot.
Thank you, everybody.